Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Will's Month Market Update. It is February 2026 already. I feel like I just filmed January's monthly market update, but here we are, February already, and so much has happened since the last video I recorded. And if you missed last month's video, this series is just super high level, kind of rapid fire of what's going on in the markets, what's going on in the economy, and that's it. So today's topics are on the screen. Number one, we've got the insane rallies in gold and silver. Gold is up over 70% over the last year, and silver is up over 135% over the last year. These rallies have been absolutely insane to watch. I believe both of them for now peaked out last week and they've come back down a little bit, but they've been super volatile. Usually these metals are considered a safe haven asset when there's a lot of uncertainty and volatility in the stock market. People flood into these metals to make their portfolio less volatile, smoothing out the bumps a little bit. But lately, gold and silver have been just as volatile as the rest of the market. And so when you get to these super high prices, you could expect some pullbacks and continued volatility, and that's what we're seeing right now. We've held gold in client portfolios for a long time. We're by no means selling the entire position, but we have been trimming around the edges over the past number of months to take profits where we can. Number two, geopolitical tensions. This topic could be on here every single month. There's always something going on in the world. And lately, it's been the whole Greenland conflict with the Trump administration wanting to acquire Greenland in some way, shape, or form, and that kind of spooked markets a little bit. And then he spoke at Davos and said he wasn't going to send in troops or do any sort of hostile takeover or whatever. So that kind of calmed it down. He did mention some sort of framework for some sort of deal has been worked out. We'll see where that goes. But that story's kind of been settled down for the time being. The other one in the headlines is the whole Iran thing. The issues in Iran have definitely spooked the oil markets a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but they have been up and down over these past number of days or a couple of weeks. But today's February 5th, and I saw a headline this morning saying there was some sort of negotiation or talks between Iran and the U.S. Tomorrow, February 6th. So we'll see where that goes. And then third, stable labor market and stable inflation. Fed Chair Powell spoke last week. The Fed kept rates steady, which was kind of the consensus, but he seemed pretty content with where inflation and the labor market is right now. Inflation has just been in this no man's land of mid to upper twos for so long now. It's not really spiking in either direction, and so it doesn't really encourage the Fed to want to cut any further on the inflation front. They don't want to cut rates too far and then inflation spike back up. But the other part of their dual mandate is the labor market and keeping unemployment low. And another headline that's been going on for a while is the number of people applying for unemployment and layoffs. And while a lot of that's true, the overall unemployment rate is still lower than the average. I believe like 50-year average is right around 6%, and we're somewhere in the 4 to 5 range right now. So unemployment is still considered low, and Fed Chair Powell made comments about how it's been quite stable these past number of weeks or last couple of months, and so there's no indication that they were going to be cutting rates aggressively or at all in the near term to help the labor market. But that's February, and in no time I'll be back here in March, and I'm sure there'll be a whole new swath of things to talk about. But for February, it was the insane rallies in gold and silver, continued geopolitical tensions across the globe, and then Third, stabling labor market and stabling inflation. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself, Will at pfwplanning.com, and I will see y'all in March.